Actually, the micro red dot sight is actually the only scope in this game that is literally just a dot. So the micro in this game is called the Micro T1, is the only scope in the game with just a red dot sight, like only red dot. And then it also has the other variant that's just the same exact thing, but with a zoom modifier. Basically, you can zoom in more. So it's kind of like if you like that reticle and you want to use it for long range, then like here you go. Now you can zoom with it. Cool. It looks a little weird though, because it's literally a scope looking through a scope. So it's a little weird to look at, but you know, it works. Personally, I think the ACOG is the best because it's kind of like the digital scope, but it kind of gives you better measurements on the scope. Like with the ACOG, you can actually see that there's notches on the scope, and notches are very important for being a marksman because it'll let you dial in your ranges. So like for that, it was 1, 2, and so 2, 2 3/4 and notches. So basically, you count first notch, second notch, and then go down 3/4, which is like right above the third notch. So from 238 meters, it was 2 3/4 of notches. So this should be a headshot. I overshot. Now that was a headshot. And that was like 2.5 notches. So it's important to have notches on your scope just to know how to shoot in general. Like it's very good if you want to actually use like muscle memory and actually like learn how to like get some clean headshots from long range. Notches is what you want. Nachos is what you want. So this guy, 133 meters in sort of closing. No, I just shoot straight at that point. like 150 meters is basically just shoot straight. You'll hit them. If you're going for a headshot, I'd aim a little high, just like a little bit. So hitting that, probably just one notch. Actually, it was not even one notch. It was more like half a notch. But you get the idea. Depending on your range is how many notches you use. And there are notches to the left and the right of the scope, but that's for real life, not in this game. Because there's no wind direction, so your bullets aren't going to drift left and right. So there's no point using those side notches. It's just kind of there to exist. And usually there'd be numbers on these notches, but I mean, I've never even seen the ACOG reticle in real life, so I don't know, maybe that's just the way it looks. But I know for a fact that this game doesn't have secret fucking documents like from fucking War Thunder. So this should just be like that. Yep, easy headshot. It was just 2 notches. So you just kind of have to like adapt with the scope, kind of get used to your range. And eventually it'll just be like subconscious, like, oh yeah, that much, easy. You'll be able to easily take long shots without even having to try. And it doesn't take that long. You'll get used to it pretty quick. Like, you don't have to actively measure the notches. Just be aware that they are there to help if you need them. So like if the shot is like really difficult for you to actually measure, then use the notches. And assuming that you're not inside the base already, just do some firing tests from like 200 meters, and then do another firing test from like 300 meters, and then you'll be able to dial yourself in pretty easily. And how you do that is just pull out your drone, mark some ground, or literally anything, doesn't matter. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna mark this tractor. Tractor is how far? Fuck, I hate that bug. It only tells you how far away it is when you're in multiplayer. I don't know why. Oh, here we go. Oh shit, hold on. I have to take care of that guy.
Sniper up there.
Could have done that way faster, but I'm not trying to impress anybody, so. Let's do a better target that's not in the way. So let's go like that ridge right there. Not the fuck. What the hell? What the fuck? What the hell? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the hell? What the fuck? Okay, there. So let's do 500 meters exact. So 500 meters. Let's shoot straight. And shoot at the bottom of the mark because that's where the beacon technically is. Because it zooms in and out. So shoot the bottom, like in between these two little staircase symbols, if you want to call them that. So that landed pretty much. It was pretty much the last notch on the scope, exact. So what the fuck? We'll do some firing tests. But anyway, so 500 meters. That's all the notches, but it doesn't go any further than that. So let's get to 400 meters. Shoot straight. And that was 1, 2, 3.5 notches. So 400 meters is 3.5 notches. Or wait, I say 3. I'm at 400 meters is 3.5 notches. Yes, 400, not 300. 400. Now for 300 meters. Pretty much in between the first and second notch. Although this isn't like a accurate test because there is kind of ground in the way. So like the first few that I did that were like 400 and 500 are pretty accurate since they just dropped into the ground. But yeah, like the 300 and closer just were not right. So let's say on this building here. This is a way better way to do this. Let's go for that tower. So tower, let's go 200. Let's go 300. 300. Shoot at the bottom of the mark. So that dropped down 3 notches, kinda. Like just barely below 3 notches. Now it's getting to 200 meters. If this hits 2 notches, I think I know how this goes. It kinda. So let me go back to 300 notches again. I think I just found something out that's way better than actually just using muscle memory. I think this is way simpler than I think it is. So let me get out to 300 again. Let's do 300 and fire. So that hit 3 notches, sorta. So I've actually figured something out. Depending on, in the 100 intervals, depending on how far you are. So like 200 meters would mean 2 notches. That's pretty smart. So 300 meters meant 3 notches on this scope. 400 meters is probably just the fourth, I completely, notch. I somehow forgot what it was called. I wanted to call it mark for some reason. And I assume 500 meters would be the last mark, and then anything further than that, you have to aim for yourself. So that's pretty neat. And I forgot to mute my controller, so I could save this as an actual video. That's nice. That's pretty easy way to measure your shots. At least with the ACOG scope on the Mark 18. Which I guess is a pretty reliable measurement because you can't change the barrel, so the range can't really change. So, pretty accurate. Come on. Usually I hit this stuff first shot. I really got rusty at this game. So let's do a test real quick. See that sniper in that tower? Actually, the bunker dude? The bunker dude? Yeah. So it should just be like one notch. Actually, it might not even be a notch. Yeah, it wasn't even a notch. So 100 meters is a little inaccurate. It's just shoot straight. If it's like 100 meters and like 150 meters and closer, just shoot straight. So this is 300 exactly. So this should be on the third notch. Check this out. That hit. So my measurement system is legit. So just fire. So depending on how far you are, like 250 meters would probably be in between the third and second mark. Which, I mean, from that distance should cover their whole body. So you'd be able to hit them, depending on what weapon you're using. So, yeah, it's actually pretty reliable. Well, I hope this gets out there, because I might upload this. Depends on how I feel, because right now I'm feeling pretty crap. So I was playing with my friend Rockstar, and I was tired. I did some dumb stuff. So I ruined, kill the real Yayo or whatever. I ruined that mission. So I was tired as heck. And this is the bunker glitch that I figured out on my own. You just glitch into a bunker. You have to go up on these sandbags somehow, and you just crawl in. Depending on the bunker, it's easy to do. This one was obviously probably the most difficult one. But you can just crawl in the base through the bunkers. Too bad there's climbable right here. Just climb up that. But anyway, that's the range test. That's basically your rangefinder in this game. It's just those notches. And depending on what gun you're using, I don't know. I only tested this on the Mark 18 with the ACOG. So, I assume that this is probably reliable on other weapons. I don't know. It really depends. But on the Mark 18, at least, the ACOG scope is really accurate. So, one notch, well, just shoot. Or like 100 meters. Oh, crap. That's a problem. Yeah, 100 meters, shoot straight. Where did they go? 200 meters, I think it's like one notch. And 300 meters has 3 notches, etc., etc. Anything past 500 meters there's no more notches for that. It only goes up to 500 meters. So anything past that, and that's all on you. So yeah. Really cool measurement system. I might cut this part out because it's getting really repetitive, but this is just how I talk to myself. And I left my controller unmuted, so I guess people are gonna hear this now. I'm not editing the video. I don't even think I can edit the video. I'm not even signed up on my YouTube, and my phone isn't even linked to this account, and I don't remember the password. Don't worry, it's just me, an ordinary American citizen who doesn't know what they're doing half the time. Man, I used to have all this stuff together too. This is like post drugs. This is like after drugs. By the way, I do not endorse drugs at all. Drugs are bad for you. And also, I did not do drugs. I'm just really sad because I kind of may or may not have ruined a friendship, or at least hurt it. The friendship has been hurt. The damage has been done. Diabetes, damage is over. I mean, anyway. Yeah, see ya.